Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, and today's video is going to be the Catrice Fall Winter 2018 collection. I know, we're going through a heat wave here, that's why the hair is up, I'm absolutely sweating buckets, the makeup feels like it's about to melt off my face here. But hey, fall winter collections are coming out right now, and I knew the Catrice collection would be out sometime this week, so I decided to grab some stuff and put it all up on my face again, as I usually do with these videos. A lot of people are asking me if I'm also going to be doing the Essence video when I put these up. I will, but Essence is always launched later than the Catrice product. So first Catrice and then Essence comes out, which is why today is going to be a Catrice video. I have new brushes, new eyeshadow, there's a new foundation, there's new primers, and I'm going to be putting it all on my face for the very first time. And I'm going to talk you through my first impressions in this video. So let's go and switch to my makeupless face. Alright, so I already moisturized my face and I have everything laid out, so let's just get started. The first thing I want to show you is some new brushes that they are doing. I don't have all of them, but I did get the ones that I thought were interesting. So this is the Triangle Artist Powder Brush. So it comes in these containers. And then you have the brush right there. This is a very soft brush, I have to say. And this is the shape so that you have an idea. It's quite big. It's a bit, like the cut of it isn't very neat, I have to say. Like it's a flat surface, but I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's a bit wonky on the sides. It's a nice size though, and I think it's really nice to really get in the under eye area with that pointed tip. So I will be using that to apply my powder in a little bit. Then another larger brush that they have is a foundation brush. This is Essential, and this is a foundation brush. This is quite a special brush, though I have seen Real Techniques do something very similar. It's again that triangle shape, but I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has an indentation in the middle, so you can put your foundation right here and then apply it. So I will be applying my foundation with that today. And then I have two of their smaller brushes as well. This is the eyeshadow brush. It's a lot smaller. It's not very much triangular, but it's more of like a teardrop. Again, the cut on these is a little bit sloppy around the edges. But I think this might be nice for blending out concealer. It's a little bit small. Maybe like a creamy shadow could work as well. We'll see how that goes down. But I will definitely be using that, I guess, for concealer. And then we have one more smaller brush, and this is an eyebrow brush, it says. And this is a very strange texture, so I don't think I'll be using this. It's like very slim at the top, and then it like feathers out a little bit. It becomes a bit wider towards the bottom. I don't really see how this could work in your brows. Like it's a little bit big, and I don't have the smallest brows or anything. So, and I do have brows, so I don't have, like, I only need to fill them in usually. So I don't think, maybe for eyeliner, but I'm not sure what you would use this for. Not really. Maybe really to like blend out your concealer around your nose, but this does have a lot of give to it. So we'll see. I don't think I'll be using that, but on the website it looked interesting enough, but I think it's a bit too thick to really go into your brows. So I'm passing up on that one. So Catrice has also come out with new primers, and I picked up two of them. This one is the Light Correctum Serum Primer, and you may already be familiar with this because this has already come out in two different shades before. This is in the shade Morning Glow, and it's like this pinky purpley shade. These remind me a lot of the Becca ones, like the First Light and the Beck Light. I think that that's what they're trying to dupe with these. I can't really attest to whether they are a dupe, and the dropper on these isn't always functioning very well. This one seems to be a bit faulty. Oh, it seems to be working now. So these are very sort of liquidy, glowy primers, which they are really nice. Like that's the shade right there. And then when you blend it out, it just kind of like gives a nice glowy finish to your skin. And I think that with this one, it's actually a bit more natural on my skin tone. So if you're very fair and you have quite a neutral undertone like I do, then this may be a good one to try. I like these primers. I've actually have the other one, and I'm currently using that up. and that's how much I like it. You do have to know that these don't come with a whole lot of product. These only come with 14 milliliters. They have also come up with 30 milliliter sizes, and this is the Fresh It Up Moisturizing Primer with Bamboo Water, Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer. So I'm really glad that they finally come out with a hydrating primer. Those are the ones I tend to like the most. So if I put this on my hand, as you can see, it's quite wet. And then if we blend that out, it's got a nice texture to it. There you have it again, quite glowy, nicely hydrating. It feels very pleasant on the skin, I have to say. And this is what I will be applying today. This feels very nice and lightweight on the skin. Of course, what it does in terms of like actual priming and like making your makeup last, I can't attest to that because this is the first time I'm putting it on my face. And they've also come out with this. This is the Insta To Go Blur Stick. And I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to do because some website call this a concealer, but it's like this skin tone balmy thing. Again, I'm thinking that Catrice is here trying to dupe Milk makeup, I think. But it's a very small, little thing. You don't get a whole lot of product, actually. If I twist it up all the way, that's how much you get. So not too much product there, but I think I'll apply this a little bit around my nose because that's where I have the largest pores and I can actually see if this does anything. So this feels very balmy, and I'm not sure if you can see anything on camera from that distance, but I do feel it has like smoothed things out a little bit and filled my pores a little bit, but not too much. We're still on primers because Catrice has come out with new eyeshadow primers. Yay! They used to do one that I didn't really like, the Prime and Fine one. That didn't really work on me. I'm very picky when it comes to eyeshadow primers because I have quite oily lids, and because my eyes are quite deep set slash hooded, whatever you want to call it. I don't really have hooded eyes, but my crease just really goes like down deep in there. So there's a lot of like skin pressing together. So I need a very good eyeshadow primer in order to make everything stick and that it doesn't travel. So they have come out with two of these. This is the matte version. They also do a pearly one, but this just looked like something that would work best for me. So I'm just going to apply this. It has a wand applicator, which is nice. So now that we're all primed and ready to go, let's just get into foundation. And they've come out with a new foundation. This is the HD Liquid Radiance Foundation, Smooth Glow Buildable Coverage. So this is supposed to be the radiant slash glowy version of the HD Liquid foundation they already did, which I tried, but it was too matte for me. It has this like very powdery texture to it, and it kind of accentuates everything on my face. So that never really was my favorite. But now that they came out with this, I, of course, couldn't try it. However, shade range in Catrice is atrocious. Catrice, if you're watching this for whatever reason, you need to do something about it because there's only 4 shades. 4 shades! And this is probably too dark for me. I already swatched it on the back of my hand and it pulls a little bit orange on me. This is the lightest shade, Light Beige. And this is a very, I'm not sure if you can hear that. Let me see. It's very runny. And you can see right there, it looks okay on the camera, I have to say. In real life, it looks a little bit darker, but it's a very thin texture. And if you try blending it out, then that is what it looks like. So this could be really nice. We'll see. I haven't tried it on my face yet, of course. And of course, we're going to be using the new brush to apply this. And then I'm not sure if I can show you this very well, but I'm just putting a few drops of foundation in that little hole in the middle. So that's the foundation on, and as you can see, it's very glowy. When I went in with like a second layer on my forehead, I definitely got a lot more coverage out of it. I find that on my chin right here, I didn't apply anything extra, so there's still a little bit of redness here, but I'm going to go in with concealer anyway, so I don't really mind. Since there's no new concealer in the collection, I'm going to be using the liquid Camouflage that I already owned. This is one of the shades that was launched last time, and this is in Natural Rose. Now I'm going to be using that eyeshadow brush to blend this in. And so far I'm liking that foundation brush, but this eyeshadow brush, maybe for cream shadow it might work for that, but it's not really my favorite. Right, and then they have actually come out with something that I was very surprised that they came out with, because I think that contouring is a little bit, like, we're a little over that, I guess. They've come out with contour sticks. This is the Triangle Artist contour stick, and I got mine in the shade 020 Ashy Brown. There is one shade which is 010, but that's called Warm Brown, and I thought, that might be a little too warm and orangey for me. This seemed to be a nice, like, cool tone, so I'm going to try. I've never actually cream contoured, so this is going to be the first time. But I'm going to try and like put just a little bit of contour onto my face with this stick and just see how it blends out. So in real life, I don't really see, in the viewfinder I can see a bit of a shadow, so I hope it shows up for you on camera. But in real life, I can barely see where I applied that contour stick, so it may be a little too creamy. And I feel that around my mouth here, I'm not sure if you can see that, but the foundation seems to get a little bit darker. It seems to be oxidizing a bit. I mean, it still looks nice, but there is a bit of a shade difference now. So now I'm going to be using the powder brush with a new powder. This is the Luminizing Powder Waterproof Radiant Beige. This is from Radiant Beige, I should say. This is from their Prime and Fine collection, and this is like I think this is more like supposed to be like a luminous version of their Prime and Fine powder. So there's the powder right there. It doesn't really show up on camera very much, but in real life, it seems a little bit dark, so we'll see how it goes. Can you see that? That's where I apply foundation, and that's where I apply the powder. It is much too dark for me, so I'm gonna have to apply this all over my face, just to even out the skin tone, I guess. Oh my, I look like an Oompa Loompa. This is making me look orange. Not a good look. So Catrice has also come out with new brow products. Now there's one product that I wanted to get, which I haven't been able to find anywhere in any of the stores I went to. Sometimes it takes a bit longer for these products to find their way into the stores. But I did pick up this. This is the Eyebrow Stylist, and it's just a standard pencil. And then I also have the Brow Colorist Semi-Permanent Brow Mascara. I'm a bit nervous about this one, but it's a brow gel, but it's supposed to tint your eyebrows at the same time. So I got this in the lightest shade because I felt if things go wrong, then at least it won't look too crazy, but we'll see. I hope the camera is still a little bit the same as it was. I just had to go close all of my windows, and if you can hear any noise, it just started raining. We have like the weirdest weather today, so I apologize if you can hear any of that. I was gonna go and do my brows with this brow pencil. So I always try, in Catrice, I always try to get the ones that have Ash in the name, because those tend to be the best for my brows. I quite like this. It's a nice cool tone, and I forgot to swatch it, of course, again. But there you have it. It's nice cool tone. It's very soft, especially for a brow pencil like this, which I always assume are going to be a little bit like tough to work with, because they I don't know, my experience with these pencils just isn't that great. But I quite like the look of this. It's nice and filled in. So I quickly filled in the other brow as well, and now we're gonna move on to this, and this slides out, and then you have a very teensy tiny little wand. I'm not sure if you can see that. See how small that is? It's a very small wand, and it seems to be quite a wet texture. Not sure if you can see that. So we'll just apply this to our brows. So there you have the finished brow. I quite like it. It gives a nice and feathery effect to your brows, that brow mascara. So I can't wait to try that a little bit more. So now then, for some real contour, they came out with some new contouring palettes, and I hope that this can save the day a little bit because it has two very light shades. Let me open this up for you. This is in the lightest shade. This comes in two different shades. It comes with a, let me see, it says on the back, It comes with like a highlight shade, so I'm going to be using this to brighten things up again because I look so orange. And it comes with a fixing powder as well as a contour. I'm going to be using this to set my under eye area. And I'm just going to be using my regular brushes for this. So there you have the 3 shades swatched. That's the highlight shade, that's the contour, and that's the fixing powder. These powders feel very nice. They're very soft though, especially this highlight shade. I'm not sure if you can see, but it has quite a lot of kickback. So I tried to sort of save the day and make my neck, like this transition, a little bit lighter. I feel that my face looks a little bit better now. I'm not sure about you, but I think it looks okay. Now, then we also have some new highlighters, and I'm pretty excited for these. These are the 3D Glow highlighters, and I bought 2 of the 3 shades. I have Pinch of Rose and Icy Glaze, and this is Pinch of Rose, and I'm afraid... There we go, Pinch of Rose. I'm afraid it's too dark for me. That's the shade right there. And if you swatch it, it does look nicer on camera. In real life, it has a very clear pink tone base to it, which I think may be much too dark. But I will be applying it just for fun. And then we will be applying Icy Glaze over that. This is what Icy Glaze looks like, and that's probably a little bit more up my street. Again, on the camera, they look very high shine and very sort of, and they also do that in real life, but they definitely have a lot of back pigment to them. So that's Pinch of Rose, and it's definitely glowy, and it's very pretty, but I do feel that it has a lot of that back pigment to it, which such a shame, because now I feel that in the viewfinder, you can't really see it very well, but in real life, it's definitely like pink with a shine, and it depends on how you turn your face, whether you see it. So Pinch of Rose might be nice as a blush topper on me, but it's a bit too sort of intense for me to use as a highlighter. But now we're gonna go on to Icy Glaze. So there you have Icy Glaze, and as you can see, it works just a lot better with my skin tone. It's just, it gives a nice, like, almost glassy glow to the skin. That white pigment that it has doesn't really... isn't very noticeable in real life. With the pink one, it was like very obviously pink with a shift, but this is just glow. Oh wow, I like that. I'm very impressed with that. Last face product then, we still have a blush to talk about. This is the waterproof and sweatproof blush box. And this is the shade in Soft Rose. I only got one of these because I have so many blushes, and it does look like a very nice sort of like barely there kind of blush. So here is the blush. I'm not sure if you can see it right here. It's very soft, very sort of, yeah, nice natural blush color. Ooh. If you have fair skin, this is a very nice one to try. So now that the eyes are primed, we are ready for eyeshadow. Catrice has come out with 2 new eyeshadow palettes. They have done a lot of these in this style. This new one is called the Blazing Bronze Call It What You Want palette. And this is what it looks like. I picked this up because the colors in this just really intrigue me. These palettes by Catrice aren't the best though. These look very stunning when you swatch them. They feel very soft, but my experience with a lot of these palettes is that they kind of blend away very easily. However, I'm always able to make these work, but they do take a little bit of time to really work with. So I'm hoping that they've changed something in the formula by now, but who knows, you never know. And then they have come out with this. This is the Glitterizer Mix and Match eyeshadow palette. And I think they were sort of trying to dupe that Glitter Bomb palette by Too Faced. I think that's what they were going for. You have 2 base shades, 4 glitter shades, and 2 top coats in this. So I'm just going to be using a mix of these after I've swatched these for you. So these are the swatches for this palette right here. They look quite intense, nice. They feel very soft, so I'm very hopeful. And then there you have the swatches of this Glitterizer palette. These look nice. I was afraid that they had a bit of overspray when I first swatched these, but they seem to be shimmery all throughout, especially this shade right here in the corner that looks white, but I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has a very pretty sort of shift to it. So I'm very curious to see how these blend, how these apply, and I'm just going to try and create an eye look with these. So that is the finished eye look then. I have to say that I'm a bit surprised that these didn't blend into nothing straight away. However, it's the same powdery texture as most Catrice eyeshadow palettes. So if you don't like that, then stay away from it. But I do really like this color scheme with like the bronzes and the purples, a little bit of berry. I definitely think they got some inspiration from the Anastasia Modern Renaissance with this. This one was nice. I will definitely be reaching for that shade again because that inner corner is super pretty and I like that. So then I have some lip products, and most of the lip products that they came out with this time are volumizing lip balmy type of lip butter kind of things, which aren't necessarily what I like in a lipstick or a lip product. So I will be applying each one of these for you. I'm first going to be using the volumizing lip balm, which when I looked at the packaging of this, I was a bit surprised because there you have it. The lipstick is sticking out of this tube, which is just a no-go, I have to say. But if I swatch this, this is in the shade Wonderful Lips. They came out with additional shades of this. It was a product that was already around. And this might be nice. We'll see. So I was hoping this would be one of those My Lips But Better kind of shades, and it sort of is, and it's definitely a volumizing lip balm because the minute I put it on, it starts to like have that tingly pepperminty sweet feel. It also smells like peppermint, so it's quite nice. Is it really volumizing? I don't think so, but we'll see. And then the other product I'd like to show you, and I'm just going to be applying this over the other lip product, is the Dewy Full Lips Conditioning Lip Butter with Shea Butter. This came out in 4 shades. This is a brand new product. This is in Let's Do This. It's very similar actually to that lip balm I just showed you. And this is, it smells very creamy and a little bit like cake batter, but nothing too crazy. So I quite like the look of this. It's a nice sort of like glossy lip product. I don't like lip butters though, or anything that's too glossy, because this won't stay put. This is going to travel everywhere. This is going to be all over my teeth in about 30 minutes. And yeah, it does feel very nice and hydrating, so I understand why they came out with this. This is a very easy, wearable lip color, and if that's you, you will love it, but I just really love my matte liquid lipsticks. I can't help it. And then we have one last lip product, and this is the Volumizing Lip Booster, and this is in the shade Please Date Me Ken. So this is why I wanted to layer all of these on top, because this is a very glittery lip balm, and I just thought this might be nice. It's a lip gloss with menthol in it. So again, this will smell minty, I guess. Oh yeah, this smells a lot stronger than the lip balm. And then if I swatch it, it's very nice and shiny as well. So I think this will add a nice bit of shine to that lip butter I already applied. So I'm just going to put this onto the center of my lip. I don't think this actually did all that much. It looks a little bit more shiny, but I actually feel it took away a lot of that lip butter. So I'm not sure if this is something that I would wear in combination with lipsticks. Might be nice for like a little bit of a highlight on the center of the lip. Oh, and definitely it has that tingly feeling again, that minty sort of tingly feeling. I quite like it. I'm not these are just not my favorite products, so that's why I'm not wowed by any of this. This has a lot of like very obvious sparkle up close, but it's very sort of sparse. So it's more like a clear lip balm, and then it has this like purpley flash. So those are all of the Catrice Fall Winter 2018 products that I wanted to show you in this video. I definitely have to give a lot of these products a little bit more of a try, and I will do so in the next couple of weeks. And then I will probably be putting up all of those reviews on my blog somewhere in like August and September time. So keep an eye out for those. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. And please subscribe because I make 2 videos every single week on Thursday and on Sunday. So I really hope to see you in my next video. And I hope you have a really, really great day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.